Who's playing?
Oscar, I don't think they don't register.
This is for the gala.
Yeah, we got a good arm. Go ahead.
Oh, actually, I have to do it.
No, I.
Oh, right, you're not the chair.
Wrong.
Okay, sorry.
All right, it is 6:01. And as this is the first meeting of the Chester Village Commission following the 2026 annual election, I have to call the meeting to order until we work through a couple of items on re-electing the chair and vice chair. First up is to swear in our commissioner-elect. So I have here your oath of office, if you would be so kind as to read that out loud to us.
I, Gloria Noss, the Commissioner of the Village of Chester, declare that in carrying out the duties as a Commissioner, I will exercise the powers of my office and fulfill my responsibilities in good faith and in the best interest of the village residents. Exercise these responsibilities at all times, with diligence and skill in a reasonable manner. Respect and support by the bylaws, policies, code of conduct, and decision of the Commission. Keep confidential all information that I learned about Commissioners' personal contact, negotiate, and any other matters specifically determined by the Commission to the matters of confidence, including matters dealt with during in-camera meetings. Contact myself in spirit of congeniality and respect the collection decision of the Commission and submit my personal interests. Immediately declare any personal conflict of interest that may come to my attention.
All right, so you just need to sign there. And I get to do this in my capacity as a commissioner, of course. Different hat.
Chips ahead. Now officially.
You're official. Yes, thank you.
We should
Okay.
clap.
Yes. Okay, so now, per the Municipal Government Act 4081, the village commissioners shall, at their first meeting after an election, elect a chair and a vice chair. So I am going to open the floor for nominations for chair.
I nominate Geraldine Polly.
I'll second that.
Going twice. Going 3 times. Thank you. I declare Commissioner Polly to be elected or claimed rather as chair. All right, so vice chair.
Randy, Mel.
Brandy.
I couldn't hear that.
We nominate Randy first and second.
Going twice. Going 3 times. Okay, congratulations.
That was hard fought.
Commissioner O'Malley is reappointed as vice chair. And I will hand the meeting back over to Chair Polly.
Who might do the land acknowledgement that we overlooked.
Oh,
I
yes,
think
please.
that I just
Thank
may
you.
do that. As we meet today, we acknowledge that we live in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and ancestral territories of the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treating people with responsibility to each other and to this land. It is now time for a public forum. Would our favorite guests choose to have any words of wisdom? Councilor Bremner refuses to join in our activities. Okay, we now reach the item approval of agenda. Our clerk treasurer has added business arising item 7.4, request for decision surplus furniture sale. That is the furniture that we put into storage up at the municipality, and they're getting quite anxious that we should remove it. It takes up quite a bit of furniture. So, with that addenda, may I have a motion that the agenda of the Chester Village Commissioners draft motion or consensus May 20th, 2026 regular, oh, I'm on approval of the minutes. May I
I'll make a
motion
motion.
that the agenda be approved as amended? Thank you, Laura.
Second.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, let's go to
She's
approval of the
confused.
minutes. I know that you only received them. Do you have any concerns? Were you able to, read through them or are
I'll
you,
make a motion.
Thank
I
you.
read through.
okay,
And I will second that motion.
thank you, Randy. So, any objections? I am assuming that the motion is approved by consensus. Business arriving, approval of audit and financial statements overlooked at the AGM. Oopsie daisy.
Haven't we already done all
Well,
that?
we as a commission, approved that it go to the AGM
Oh,
for approval, which is
The
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 normal.
audit committee approved
Yeah.
it to go, and then
oh,
And then
okay.
we're supposed to do with the AGM, but the fallback is the commission. Okay,
I seem to have seen it many, many times already.
Yeah. okay, I'm going to read the motion, then I'm going to ask for a mover and seconder. That the Village of Chester Commission approved the 2025-26 audit report as submitted by Morse Brewster Lake and authorized the commission chair and clerk treasurer to sign the financial statements. May I have a mover?
I'll do that.
Thank you,
Second.
Tom. Thank you, Gloria. Okay,
We both.
oh yeah, I always forget that you have to vote.
Spoken like a true
Any
dictator.
objections? Okay, the motion is approved by consensus. Thank you. Discussion note reads NBL investments. First, we should have a look before we place a motion on the table. Has everybody had a chance to look at that? Are you prepared to discuss it at this meeting, or do you want to think about it? Laura, you're more familiar with,
I think we should get it going, at
Okay.
least, even if it's a smaller investment. I just think it looks really, it's all about perception,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's, still some
do we
skepticism.
actually have access to the cash in?
we did.
And I do have, well,
Well, I should say to the point, the checks are ready, I have to pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah, but nevertheless.
But yes.
is it inappropriate if I ask? So I know that the endowment has shown here 191. But there must be some of that has got to be spent, or checks are, that's these checks that you're talking about?
Yes,
Yeah, it's just
so.
we haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, like, do we
Because
know?
we didn't have access to the
Right.
account
Right.
until very recently.
Right,
Everything that we've been doing for the library, the village has been paying for, it's all been logged against one
Yeah.
line item, so we can find. So we have to then go through that and split out the items that need to come from the library. and the
but you
items
wouldn't
that
have
are-
an estimated
I
total
don't have
at this
it
time. Okay, that's fine, thank you.
I will tell you that at a certain point, I just decided to go ahead and ask for forgiveness later. You have previously approved $50,000 expenditure from the fund.
Mhm.
I think that I may have spent more than that, but it seemed ridiculous to just keep calling people, and we all had the same purpose, get the library open and functioning by the 1st of June, so you will either have to beat me or forgive me at
Would-
some point.
Was that from the endowment?
We're only talking the endowment.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because we didn't have access.
But, Laura, you know something more about this, fund than the rest of us do, and Heather, of course, perhaps you could.
No, it was recommended to me by Katie, who's a charitable expert.
Yeah.
And she also talks about perception, because it's not our money per se, it's not, I mean, we will manage it. And it has a good return, and it's very safe, and it works with other community, and you can also make donations there directly. So, I think that in the suggestion, there's $10,000, and that's, I'm happy for that, if not even 20 or 25, but if we want to start with 10, I'm happy to move that.
My only question
Or
is
if you'd like
why
to
10?
review, yeah, maybe you want to
I
review.
just wanna if you could jump ahead to page 3.
Page
Three
3.
down here.
Oh, yeah,
Paragraph
okay,
3
yeah,
of the report.
Yeah,
it looks complicated, but there's a number of different uses for the fund. So currently, everything is in one bank account. So I'm recommending that that become the operations account for the library, so the items on the right, initial investment, are what's in the budget right now. Capital expenses, I'm suggesting, go into one of the Scotiabank cashable GICs like we normally do for the village, because we can get at it quickly, and that would be for capital expenses. Then, because we are already starting to get some cash and check donations, that has to be kept. Donations have to be separate from operating funds. So I'm suggesting a savings account just to clear those things, to put them through there. Like if someone gives us a check for $100 or they put $5 in the little box, that has to be captured because the reporting requirements for a charity are quite stringent. So any money coming in as donations needs to be separate. So this is more
Does
for
it
the
have to be
small
separate
items.
in an account or separate in records?
Separate in an account is
Then
different.
what happens to the account? I mean, it has to be separate. How do you spend it?
Well, then that becomes part of the donations for the year, and we would,
You mean you can only, you have to take donations for an entire year before you can access the
we can,
capital?
we can determine that we can deal with that. We do something, just to back up a little, we do something similar for fire, so any donations that we get come into a checking account, because people can even e-transfer to that one if that's what they like best. And then every so often, I move it into the reserve. So we can track what's come in.
It's just it's not about keeping it, it's about that
Yeah,
it going through.
it's basically a channel to make sure that it's logged in this bank account and kept separate from the operating funds.
So you can e-transfer into a savings account?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had thought you could only e-transfer into a checking account.
No, I have one set up the same way for fire. So the idea with this, and then, every month we look at what's in each account and determine if there's something we want to move around that's within the library's account.
Okay, with the way that you first described it to me, it sounded like it was stuck in there for a year or something.
No, we have to be able to track it separately.
I mean, but essentially that's bookkeeping.
So
They like a separate account.
is there any interest on this money at all? Savings accounts pay nothing.
No, and that, I'm not suggesting that we keep anything really in there, that it's more of a channel.
Flow through.
It's flow through.
Okay.
And then, the Chums Fund is another whole ball of wax that we could set up and another investment account to pull that money out again.
Now, do we need to keep that in a separate account, or can we have all our investments in one account and just keep a bookkeeping?
Oh, I think I'd keep them separate.
I would suggest keeping this because it would be very difficult to figure out what interest goes to what.
And don't forget, we just pulled out the Chums, that was
Yeah.
a whole big job, so.
Yeah, right now it's, like I said, everything's in one account. So as far as the community fund, that would really be kind of where the bulk of it goes. We may or may not want to start an endowment fund account. That is something quite far down the road. We would have to have a lot of money to operate by endowment, because if you're doing that, then you can only use the interest from that every year. So we're a long way away from that, but it's a way to start it.
What is the correct word for the fund? Because we've always been called, it's always been called the endowment fund, but it's not.
It is not an endowment.
What is the correct word?
Really, it's just a bank account. It's really
No,
nothing right now.
but the name of.
It's a bank account. It's not
It doesn't
anything.
have
It's not a
any-
trust or anything.
How does
It's
the
not
deed of
anything.
gift, how does the deed of gift
There's no money with the. deed.
recognize it? No, doesn't it say the,
No, because
No.
that group that's hanging on the wall out there were the people that developed the endowment fund, the so-called endowment.
Yeah. So
No.
people, what's nice about And then the bulk of what is not in this year's budget would go into this account that Laura was talking about, which has very good interest. And we can get money out of that, but it takes about a month, which is why I'm suggesting this year's capital stays in the Scotiabank one, so we can get it if we need it. But the bulk that we're not anticipating to spend would go into the community fund where they have very good returns.
Yeah.
So we may or may not want to start an endowment account this year. We might want to just park that until.
I think we should
Till
stay
then.
well away from that until we figure out exactly what we're doing.
In reading through the prospectus here,
Mhm.
there was something that, at least two types of their accounts, we have what would you call it, services fee attached. I think
Yes.
one was 2%
Mhm.
and one was, I think we have to determine how much money that amounts to if we go, not in these small amounts. But if
It's
we
a
get a
pretty-
fair amount of money in there and they start taking 2.5%
But
every
the-
year or whatever.
The average return is like between 7 and 10.
Yes, no,
Which
in
is
that one, yeah.
Far more than you're gonna get at
But
Scotiabank.
the other one, which pays no interest. Yeah,
Which one pays no interest?
their first,
A flow
Choice.
through that I'm not recommending to use.
oh, okay,
Because to
because
use
they take money out of that
Scotiabank,
too.
yeah, because to use Scotiabank for the flow through,
Okay,
at least you get a little bit of interest with
So
that.
it's
And
the
again, it's
second
the
one.
easy.
that we're interested
It's
in.
the
Their
second
middle
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the middle one is the one I think we're the most interested in. That's the one that Laura had brought to our attention.
I didn't realize there were service fees, but
And
it'd be
what's nice
interesting to
about
see how
that
much.
though is people who want to make a legacy donation or stocks, any of that, they handle all
All
of
of
that. And they handle the
Which
receiving.
fund is this again? The succession fund?
The
The middle one.
the middle one.
Were you familiar with this?
Medium
For your
term.
work?
Yeah, the medium.
No, I was just gonna ask, I like the return, what's the risk? That's what I read through it.
They've got about 40 million of assets, it's just, there's so many small groups that they put them all together and they manage the money. And even if they charge you 2%, and if they don't even use all of that, they give it back to you. It sounds too good to be true, but it's,
Yeah.
But if you can get that
nonprofit,
rate at a bank in a mutual, how does it compare with mutual funds? Mutual funds are a little riskier than a GIC.
Yeah.
The mutual funds are not paying that well right now, though, are they? The mutual funds aren't paying that well right now, are they?
Crime's pretty low right now.
Yeah, mine's pretty
Well-
low too.
Depends on how long ago you took out your units, really.
and the
How
money
much
works.
they get.
Currently, it's 4.2 or 4.3.
Hmm.
And the greater good too, the money is working with the money of other charities to do good works also, which is kind of cool.
Okay,
Let's put 10 in it and see how it goes.
well, you're talking about the succession fund. I'm trying to figure out the reserve fund. I can, the difference between them.
We sort of have to figure out how much is spent already too. Maybe we could postpone our decision for that. Because we don't know how much the bills are
Yeah,
for that, do
I
we?
think we should wait until we've got an account.
Then I can
It should
give
be
you a
fairly
full
soon.
breakdown of the recommendation.
I think that's what we should do.
I'm glad that we opened the discussion though, because it,
I would like to ask so that I can open the savings account because we may very well be getting some.
In our
donations
box.
this
oh,
week.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. The savings
Yeah,
account
open that
needs to be
through.
opened.
That's the flow through account.
Do you
we're
need a
talking
motion for that or that's just,
I think I can take that as
Business, yeah.
direction because we're not putting anything in it. It's to see.
May I do a little show and tell of our level?
You certainly may.
Tom, would you like to grab our?
To look better would be modeling.
So,
So this is, thank you, Susan. This is Grant Tippler, who's in Chester Basin, and he's a very fine woodworker, as you can see, and he made this as a gift for us. This is African mahogany. It's locked, came with 2 keys. And the only request that it was beautiful and a little bit too heavy for someone just to easily snatch, and he gave it to us yesterday. And did you give Heather the little sign that we're hoping to make? What is
Yes,
it?
Heather
Okay.
has it.
Yeah.
Just so that it's cash donations, but we'll also list,
Well, the way we did it, that, the sign is just gonna say this is cash donations, but beside it, there's going to be slips to say this is how you do it if you wanna go online, this is how you do it if you wanna give us a check. Because the 5x7, we'd have to make like 10 frame and it'd be
they can take
overwhelming.
it home with the email and stuff.
Yeah.
They could put checks in there
Where
as
would
well.
this be kept, in the
Yeah, sure,
library?
check.
then?
Right, where is
Oh,
it?
right where
We're
you
just gonna
come
put
in.
it right there, but we're hoping, and if people come in and print and up, and well, you were collecting money in the soup tureen.
Yeah, I had a soup tureen full of $45, so it's all in there now.
But we do have to empty it, like, we can't be irresponsible with it, or we screw it to the table or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out how to
Thank you, sir.
secure it.
Yeah, I have a little safe upstairs.
Oh, so we can empty
But
it.
they could come down or stay up there and we'll figure it out. We have to have a chat about that. So that we have an accurate count of everything.
And Grant is going to be at the opening, so we're gonna give him a little.
We'll certainly
Shout
give them a heads up or a thank
So
you.
donations right now, just FYI, are still through Canada Helps, because that was already set
Yeah,
up. So if we change over to this community fund, we would change that
Okay.
for people, but.
I'm just wondering if people walk away with a slip from us saying Canada Help, and then we change our minds, how are they gonna get to those people?
We can always keep it up.
Well, I was gonna say, maybe we can keep the account open even if we switch.
There's someone that makes a regular $20 donation through Canada Helps every month.
We're trying to find out who.
Oh, it's anonymous?
I have to go back and see if I can find out.
Oh, well, maybe that one must have been anonymous. We'll take
Okay,
it.
is everybody happy with that discussion that we?
Where, so aside from,
Yeah.
aside from the flow through account where this is in abeyance for the moment.
Until we found out how much money we
Yeah,
spent and so on. I think. See if anybody wants to kill me.
it seems like a good idea.
Oh, it's
Just a
an
matter of
excellent
how much
idea.
money you put
Yeah.
there and here,
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Which we have to know how much we need for operating, how much we
Hmm.
need in a solid account that can't be accessed maybe except once a year, and then an account that can be accessed, even though it's earning some interest. Okay, good job, Heather.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Heather.
Next thing, fire station painting. Do I have background on that?
Well,
That was a request that Commissioner Mulrooney had made to the fire department.
Okay, but we don't have anything in writing?
No, I mean, I
Okay.
do have a copy of the ask that went to the fire committee, if you
Okay.
like. to put it
No,
up
no,
on
that's
screen.
fine.
But essentially, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk for you, Tom.
Do you want to speak to this motion, Tom?
Yeah, okay, I had put the request in, was quoted 18 grand to paint it, it is in bad shape. I had brought this up, what's going on in the commission, it seemed kind of, we, the commission, own the building. The municipality owns it. So we insure the building. So if we're insuring it, we have to have the ability to maintain the building.
Sorry, the fire committee pays for the insurance.
So when did that change?
When they took over and
That's how you told me, Heather, ever since I've been here, that was the discussion. And I was told we're paying insurance on the building, we're not.
no, it hasn't been in our budget for a couple
For
of
the
years.
outside, we don't pay the insurance?
No.
It'd be nice to know that. But we own the building.
We
We're
do.
not insuring it. I don't know how the hell you can have something else.
But if they
It's in
move
the-
out,
it's part
am
of
I
the
not,
agreement.
if they move out or when they move out, does the building reverts to municipality?
It
Reverts
does
to
revert
us,
to
actually.
municipality if we continue to use it for the good of the
Oh, I
community.
see, okay,
So we could determine that we had another use. for it,
Okay.
and then we can.
Or we could say we're done.
oh, okay, thank you.
So it seems to me, we should maintain the building.
Well,
We're not talking
maintaining the
big bucks here.
building and painting the building are kind of two different things, and it's coming out of the fire department budget.
Yes, it's part of the agreement in
Yeah,
twenty
and,
twenty-two.
and did the fire department consider whether or not they want to paint the buildings?
They do not have an appetite to pursue
Yeah.
that. They're happy to do like, they're staying on top of maintenance, like
Yeah.
fixing something like the roof leaked last year, for instance. And so anything like that, they're fixing because it'll be about 2 years before they move out. So they're concerned about that. They're not really looking at
Like
aesthetics.
how it looks?
It's more than aesthetics. I mean, we're not talking about pretty in a building. We went over to look at the paint job. It's in bad shape. It hasn't been painted in about 10, 11 years.
And we have there's one quote you say
Well,
already?
there was two. There was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
already.
I should also, and I can't speak for her, but there was, Nancy had an observation that one wall is worse than others, so it may even be able to be considered as a piecemeal thing.
Is it our decision or their decision?
They have the care and control of the building, so technically, yes, it's their decision. But if we, especially if we're expecting them to pay for it, if we want to do something, we pay for it, then that's up to the commission.
Okay. Lori, do you have any thoughts? No, Randy?
I was at the meeting the other night when that was discussed. And yeah, I got a definite, we're not interested in anything at all. Heather soft pedaled it there, but Colin basically said, no, let them deal with it. If they want to, we'll leave them.
Laura,
Them being us.
Yeah.
you have
Well-
any thoughts on it?
Not especially, and to be honest, I haven't noticed it. I mean, I'm
No,
drive by and I don't,
noticed it
so I
either.
would, I'll have a look, but maybe some touch up. I don't think that'll satisfy Tom, but at least if we can make it look not horrible. Or, you know, if one wall is pretty bad or something, I'm all right even. with
And
that.
she may be referring to the north wall. There's a lot of mildew. And if you don't get that off and painted, you get to the point you can't.
Yeah,
I can't recall, I have to ask her. She just said this to me verbally the other day, so.
Okay,
That is really
is someone
nice.
prepared to put a motion on the table?
Yeah, I'll put a motion on the table that the village commission, make that look.
Paint the building?
Yeah,
Does anyone want to second that motion? The motion is not on the table. Okay, new request for decision, surplus furniture sale. As you remember, we put a whole pile of stuff in storage, in MODC space, and they're quite anxious that we remove said furniture. And there is apparently some things that are of some value that should be sold. So how are you proposing to do that, Heather?
So or it was part of the package for the special meeting that we wound up not having, but the intention is that we, because those things were purchased with public funds, we really should try to get something for it before looking at any other options. So what we would do is put up a request, like an auction request on the public procurement site, and see if we get any nibbles. We would set one point of time that people could come and physically look at pieces if they want to see it. I've already talked to Jill a little bit about that. We would just do it.
Who is Jim?
Oh, sorry, she's the admin at the Public Works office.
Okay.
Since Gibby won't be around.
I have somebody that's interested in one of the desks.
So basically, it's, there's a request for bids. There's a bid form on the back, like there's a whole rundown of each piece and pictures of it, and then a bid form on the back. So at the end of the bidding period, we just see what we've got and give it to the highest bidder. Anything that doesn't get claimed, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it and see if there's any other.
So we're not trying to sell it as a complete lot. You can
No.
pick and choose.
Yeah. There's not that many pieces.
What alternatives do we have if it doesn't sell?
If it doesn't sell, we could consider some sort of,
We're
buy
allowed to
and
put it
sell,
on buy and sell.
donation, the dog.
Can you put
I hate
on,
to do
can
that.
you put on it in that it don't sell compared to donate? So if you, like, in terms of, if people are bidding, people who are charities or nonprofits that can also say, I'll take it if it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Is that ever done?
Not usually for an auction, because you're trying to get bids.
Yeah, I just want to get it out of MOBC's
No,
here.
exactly. We want to move fairly quickly on this so that we get it out. We have a visitation about a week later and then the bids close.
Yeah.
A few
And we
days
saved, we
after
saved
that.
a pile of money having that.
We sure did.
Should it not sell,
Mhm.
you don't seem to find any buyers with it, is it illegal for a member of the commission to ask to buy a piece or whatever? This is after all the money making
If
stuff.
after the the auction, because employees and elected officials of the village cannot bid. at
Oh,
the
yeah, I
auction.
know, I knew that.
But if
It's
we
going.
run the
yeah.
auction and we have something left over, we can.
Then
address that, but we could
commissioners
do
or
that, yeah.
staff would bid.
Yeah, it's true. There's always buy and sells that may take in.
What was that?
Buy and sell.
Buy and sell, buy and sell.
Then, I don't know when we went to see. I don't know if we would do the auction or have those. I can ask him. Maybe.
Okay.
So
does
what's our
anybody-
deadline?
Now,
Well, we were hoping to have it done and dusted before Gippy went into surgery, but it's just kind of a challenge to get everybody
Yeah.
together. So, they're aware, I've talked to Gippy and Jill quite a bit about it, so they're aware that we're hopefully getting that, approved from you folks this evening, and then we'll crack on pretty much like tomorrow. I'll post it.
And we have
Good.
photos and everything already?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she had them in her hand there.
Yeah.
Oh, there,
Flip
sorry.
the handout,
There, sorry. There's the description.
all right, I'm going to read the motion, then I'm gonna ask for the mover and a seconder. That the Chester Village Commission declares the following items of furniture from the 27 Pleasant Street office surplus. Manager's desk and credenza, reception's 2 small desks and display unit, corner desk with shelves, 8 cream and 5 hotel style guest chairs. And instruct staff to sell the items as is, whereas by auction as soon as possible. May I have a mover? Thank you, Gloria.
I'll
Seconder?
second.
Thank you, Randy. Any further discussion? I'll put the motion to a vote. I remember.
Mhm.
Any objections? Passed unanimously.
Thank you.
There's still no correspondence?
You still know.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Night, Don.
Night, John.
Yes.
You're probably gonna be somewhere else.
Fire advisory committees and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you usually go to those.
No, I go to the Fire Services Committee
Oh,
monthly meeting.
Oh, here.
In fact, it was the other night.
okay. All right, reports and external committees, report from the chair, Dan Walsh. First, as you probably all are aware, I've been working here at the library. We also have initiated the GIBS project, if you recall, that seems like so long ago, it's almost like past history. But we've had a discussion with the municipality. I have formally requested funds and we're in the process of getting together to do that. It's not a huge project. If you recall, we're just going to level out the entryway. We're going to put a nice rock wall around the fire. I feel like there's not a lot of respectful look at the fire memorial and so on, so we're gonna chart that up and make it look more respectful and level out some pathways and have some viewing and perhaps some picnic table, depending on how the budget goes. And I'm hoping that we can get a small amount of fence in the front just to define the space. So we'll see how that goes. I reached out to the chair of the Fire Services Committee, and I reached out to the acting chief. I don't know why he's still the acting chief, but anyway.
Legalisms,
Yeah.
basically.
And told them about our plans and described it and said that we wouldn't go forward, although we intended to be very respectful, we wouldn't go forward unless they were comfortable with it. And I heard back both from Colin McDonald and from
Nick.
Nick Turtle. Both of them said they're perfectly happy and that they expect that we will be respectful and to go forward. I wasn't sure if the fire department would want to take it to the members, so,
Yeah.
but he said, no, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure I did something else. Oh, yeah, the Visitors Information Center is open, and we have a student who is more or less managing it. We don't have as many volunteers this year as we did. So I'm quite concerned about next year.
Oh, excuse me.
But what I have in the back of my mind, Heather, do you know when the New Horizons applications close?
I'd have to go back and check, but I think it's early winter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm planning, I think that it would be better if we could get a grant for a senior citizen to manage the Visitors Information Centers. You think the young people don't take it all that seriously, and our senior volunteers take it very seriously, and they're having some difficulty with the younger folks who are involved, because we have one person full-time from a municipality every Thursday, and then we have our own student. But the seniors are, I think, more into it than the students are. But we'll see.
July 14th, yesterday was the last day for this year's,
Yeah.
for 26, 27, yesterday.
And the final little task that I've been working on is the accessibility. The permit applications have gone in for the variance, which we need in order to build the path, because it doesn't quite fit the bylaws. And the permit today, I've already spoken to the regional director for Public Works Highways, and he has already said in writing he will approve the permit for the parking lot for the accessibility. But we're waiting on the grid funding to find out whether or not they approve. Like we've finished everything. We've got the plans, we've got what's called the Class D estimates, et cetera, and so forth. But we're waiting for them to say, yes, go ahead. And then we have to get local estimates to satisfy the permit requirements. So we're like 90% there, but kind of hanging in. So that's all I've done in the last 4 weeks.
That's fine.
Couldn't you put something else in there?
I know, it's very sloppy of me on my part. Report from the clerk treasurer, Heather.
Okay. So the June bank statement is reconciled. The village main operations account opened the month of June with 427,000 and ended with 378. And again, some of that will be library money, but we'll soon have that separated. So a snapshot on July 3rd showed the operations account was 379,000. The operating reserve 105, the Lido pool reserve at 213, and that's not including the grid money that's parked there. The utilities reserve is close to 45, and the EMC building reserve is 29. A notification has been received that the Q2 tax advance will be deposited the week of July 13th. That will be reflected in next month's accounts. Haven't checked to see if it's appeared yet. It was saying 5 days, so I think that'll be Thursday, Friday. The 26-27 Q1 budget variance report is pending reallocation of library expenses, as we've already talked about extensively earlier. The federal HST rebate application for the second half of 25-26 is also still pending some account adjustments in Sage for an accurate calculation. And staff would like to thank the commission for their understanding as we work to catch up on the backlog caused by the move and the extraordinarily busy first quarter. As the village was unsuccessful in getting a facility infrastructure grant this year, there will not be a large maintenance project on the pool. The structural engineer and concrete supplier confirmed that there was no pressing need for rush repairs before the pool opened. It's good for this year. The pool will be inspected again at the end of the season. And then we'll see what we've got to deal with. I'm still awaiting the drawings for the exterior public washroom. It's the same project in 2 locations, for the, to get permits happening on that. The grid team we've already addressed. The Class D estimate brings the project estimate to 143,000 plus payable HST. If grid accept our proposal, they will pay half, and the other half would be cost share between the village and library. The exact recommended breakdown will be provided once we know where we stand with the funders. The plan for the request for proposal documents is for the work on the grounds and the work in the building to be 2 separate RFPs, but again, we're kind of sitting on that till we know if we can go ahead. Lido Pool opened on Sunday, June 28th for the season, and attendance has been very good with the extra warm weather the first weeks of July. Nevaeh and her team are taking detailed head count and other notes to help us evaluate use of the facility. They're separately tracking even number of people in the water and number of people on the deck or sitting up above. I'm getting a daily report at closing. There were a number of incident reports in the first 2 weeks, mostly the usual cuts and scrapes, but they also had their first ever pullout, which was a boy at risk of drowning. The parent was debriefed on what to watch for in future. Child was fine and back in the water shortly thereafter.
That's scary.
It's really scary. That's the first time I've ever actually had to do that.
Was the parent at the pool?
The parent was at the pool. Thing is, people don't know what drowning looks
No,
like.
it doesn't look like we think.
It's not splashing, it's not yelling, it's very, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my goodness. The robot vacuum is not currently working. Gippy and I have met at the pool several evenings for tests with the rep from the company we bought it from, trying to pinpoint the problem. We think it will have to go out for repair. We're waiting on an estimate to come back. The manufacturer has a repair shop in Dartmouth. So I'm just waiting to get a cost back on that.
It's not
Was that under
warranty.
warranty?
Not,
We just
Oh.
bought it last year.
no, we bought it 3 years ago.
Oh,
Okay.
We bought it in late 23.
What was the warranty on? Couple of years, maybe?
2 years, I think. Anyway, we'll see.
They always break down as soon as the warranty.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was
I
that
bought one
long
last
ago.
year.
yeah.
Seemed like we just talked about that last year.
Yeah, it was after the storms in 2023 because we didn't
Mm.
have any vacuum functioning.
Sure.
Anywho, pool staff are using small handheld pool vacuums for spot cleaning on the bottom in the meantime, and the guards are keeping up the walls with brushes. Gippy says the deck and office are tidy in the mornings. We are having a bit of issue with algae again, and that would be heat. There's the one spot where we're getting it, I think, is a dead spot without a lot of circulation, so we just have to really keep after it with brushing and whatnot. And keep up the chlorine, because it also, the chlorine dissipates more quickly in heat and lots of sunshine. Okay, so Zoe Valet Financial, as discussed earlier, staff have to break out expenses that require reimbursement as of the end of Q1 and prepare a detailed invoice. Checks have been ordered for the account and are expected to arrive. Actually, I got the call today that they're ready. So the figure here just shows the account balance as of July 3rd, which is basically untouched since we haven't taken out any of the funds at all since the account was transferred over to us. The January 1st to March 31st expenses up to the point of the handover has been received from the municipality. I'm saying I'm awaiting confirmation, but I have a confirmation that the charity tax return for 2025 has been submitted to CRA and I have a copy of it. The letter to Canada Revenue to change the directors of the charity has been drafted, and the only people on the account are the 2 most recent groups of trustees are on there. So we have to have them sign a letter to take them off and add me as an agent and you folks as the directors.
So
So that-
both sets of trustees are still on the accountant side.
Well, they probably just didn't send them an update when they.
Yeah.
People are bad about notifying Revenue Canada or even the registry of joint stocks when they have a change in directors. So I was sitting on that until the election was over for one thing, and then waiting to hear that the tax return's in, but now I can get that out this week. And God knows how long that will take. It doesn't hold us up on anything right now. We just need to have access to it to be able to change the fiscal year to match ours and deal with the tax return for next year. Association of Nova Scotia Villages, reminder that the July 16th board meeting is in person in Bible Hill. I will be attending, so I'll be out of the office from mid-morning. I have to leave around 10:30-ish. I've met with the new staff coordinator there to discuss some meatier conference sessions, and Geraldine and I have talked about this as well. And Laura has been helping a lot with hospitality and other pieces around.
I got the golf course.
Yes,
Told me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Very good.
official, the 18th.
For food?
Yeah.
Oh,
for the
excellent.
Friday night dinner, yeah. So the registration form is drafted and I'm hoping to circulate in the next few days. When I'm at the meeting tomorrow, I have a little list of topics that we've discussed, just to see what people's reaction is to them. We want to make sure this is useful. Miscellaneous. A raccoon appeared to be in distress. It was collected from the rafters of the lighthouse tower safely by Department of Natural Resources staff on Friday afternoon. There's always something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were pretty sure it might have had rabies. It was quite ill.
Oh, it sure was snarling when they were.
Were there not some little Bambis or something I heard about?
Oh, yeah, two little twins.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Deer.
Deer.
Did you hear that?
It's very late in the season, but Mama decided to have twins behind our shed.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, I
I mean-
look after Enders down by the water, and last week Danny was down there doing some whippersnipping. And when he got around to the front of the house and the garden, he said, "There laid a little baby deer." He said, "It stood right up and looked at him and then laid back down." He kept on going.
Mama tucks them in,
Yeah.
and she goes off foraging in the daytime, and they're down there by the shed.
They're pretty tame now, too.
So now we've had to stop yelling at the poor little things when they eat our hostas.
Yeah, yeah, they did a job of mine. Buggers.
Okay,
But I
thank
bought
you,
them.
Heather.
Damn things.
CFSC and FAC, we don't,
They're just here for information.
Yeah, same thing with, Lunenburg County accessibility, the minutes are there.
It's breeze on.
It's raining.
No, it's a breeze. The winds are.
They're right.
Okay, the, term, I guess you'd call it, for the, commission members on the, Chester, Fire Services Committee is up. The persons whose term is up are standing again, but we must call for applications. So I'm going to put this on the table for discussion. This is a motion that the Chester Village Commission issue a public call for volunteers to recruit 2 village representatives to the Chester Fire Services Committee for a 2026 to 29 term. May I have a mover? Thank you, Tom. Second.
Second it.
Thank you, Gloria. Okay, discussion. We'll go around the table. Randy?
Now, in my estimation of what I read, this is not an election. We
No,
simply
it's an
take the
appointment.
names and then we pick who
Yeah.
we would like. Okay,
Well, we.
I
as
wasn't
a-
sure,
Well,
yeah.
I guess in a funny way, it's an election because we as a group have to come to a
Yes,
consensus.
yes, but
Not an election of the.
yeah, no ballots
No,
or
no,
anything of that.
Yeah.
So question, Nancy is one.
Nancy is not.
No.
She was reappointed
Yeah.
last year.
Just did that last
Wilson
year.
and
It's
Carl.
Wilson and Call.
Oh.
And I can tell you.
Oh,
right
and they're
now, we
relative,
desperately
okay.
need to keep Wilson.
Oh, my gosh.
And Colin.
Well, Colin too, but.
Colin got the money coming.
Manager.
We're not supposed to prejudge.
I know.
So we'll see what we get.
That was why I asked my question, because if it was an election, we would have no choice in the matter.
Yeah. Well, it is not, and so therefore we will be responsible for making the decision, and it will be very publicly known, so. All right, I will put the motion on the table and I will call for the vote. Any objections? All in favor? Aye. Consensus.
Is that happening immediately?
Yes, let me get that out.
Okay, meetings and procedures bylaw. This is a complicated bylaw. It's holding in some, policies apparently, which is very irritating. to me.
Oh,
10.2 on your agenda.
63.
We are not going to discuss it too much. It is complicated. I really want you to read it carefully and be prepared for an intelligent conversation. I have been told, which I just am so extremely irritated by, the way the village section of the MTA is written. We're not permitted to have policies. So if we want to actually cover our butts for certain things, we have to have a bylaw amendment, which means that we have to go through a certain procedure and then have it approved by the minister. So it's important that we really pay attention to the wording, the process, everything in this briefing note. So I would prefer that we not discuss it this evening, and I would ask that each of you pay close attention to it so we can have a discussion at our next meeting. Laura.
is this a change or is that we've been doing it wrong?
It's, no, well,
The thing's been
everybody
read,
apparently is
geez.
doing policies are not quite legal the way the NGA is written. But this is, Heather has taken a number of policies and bylaw and merged them, and I mean, there's nothing drastic in it. It's quite an intelligent proposal.
It's
but
our-
com-
It's our previous policy with amendments,
Yeah.
essentially.
and becoming a bylaw, which we'll then have to submit to the minister for,
And the language cleaned up a little bit
yeah,
to meet the modern
Yeah.
way of looking. But I do have something I'd like to report, and that is section 8.3.
okay,
The chair, or in the absence of the chair, the deputy chair. It
Oh,
should be vice
Vice
chair.
Chair, thank you.
You know, you have to make it the same all the way
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
document.
Yeah.
I think.
Totally agree, thank you.
good, Randy.
That's
Yeah,
why you're
and
the
if
vice chair.
anybody else, I mean, this is the kind of thing that when
Yeah,
you're
but-
sending it to
yeah.
the minister, you want everything to be precise.
And it absolutely helps to have everybody's eyes.
And this will go through the minister's legal department before he signs off on it, so let's not make fools of ourselves.
Did you,
Well, then you send it back at least.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'd
I-
rather that did not
Do it
happen.
right.
Yeah,
all of the stuff in the email that's changing was quoted in red.
Correct.
So this probably doesn't show any of that stuff, but the one you got in your email tells you where all the
That's
changes
right.
are,
You know, if anybody wants a hard copy in color, I just couldn't,
yeah,
I
no,
couldn't do it in.
but there are quite a few cross this out,
Yeah.
and substitute this.
it would
You know.
be easier if everybody had it in color.
Well, yeah, it made a sense to me that when I could read all the red bits and say, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Works
All
out.
right, makes sense.
Okay, is everybody happy with that?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, briefing note, film, television production, everybody's always irritated by it, because the village makes money, so what do we have there?
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
can
they
show
do.
that up, because I'm looking at it.
Okay,
It would require a policy of the municipality. Related, there is no policy. I,
they issue the permits though, do they not?
well, it's kind of weird, like when it comes to the roads, that's Department
The
of
province,
Transportation, they
yeah.
say yes.
Yeah.
There's, the only way we, the village, have a say, or the municipality has a say, if they want to use our property, okay?
Okay,
Other than that, no, they can just go
you
ahead.
mean they can do whatever they like?
Well, I mean,
If it's a private thing, owner's restaurant or
Yeah,
something,
it's
they
just that they.
they can do the thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, they came to my door. I think it's around the 24th of this month, they're gonna
No,
try out
you're,
that intersection.
yeah.
Well, geez, I thought, I guess maybe it was a gentleman's agreement, but there would be no activity at least July, August.
But that's when they film.
Yep, well, they used to do it in the fall all the time. There was one here doing it in June. Um, they don't consider the residents.
When I had my cafe, I hated movies because they would, nobody could get to my shop.
Yeah.
Now that I'm renting my bakery to one of the movie food trucks, I don't mind. And the fellow that's using part of our kitchen, he spent, just to put this, he spent $100,000 at a butcher in Halifax for meat. Just, I mean, the money is huge. You can't deny that. I mean, it's not Chester money, but it's no
Do they
luck.
spend money in Chester though?
They do.
Oh yeah, they go
Yeah.
to the grocery store and they rent the rope loft and they do spend money. They're renting houses. Meryl Streep's daughter was staying next door to me.
Take the resident.
Oh, I believe me, I
What do
get
you
it.
get out of it? I
I
didn't
know.
move to Chester for a kid.
I know,
I
but
was
New York
kidding.
City, they do. I mean, it's across the world. I know. And believe me, when I had my cafe, I hated. People would be like, "Why do you hate them so much?" But what was amazing when they did Haven here, which was not a great show, people traveled. I met them from Australia, from England. They came here as
Yeah,
tourists.
secret shop.
Yeah.
Which was, they would always hang out at Nikki's restaurant because they stayed up there in those rooms. And people would go over and have a drink and have dinner just so they could meet them. So, I mean, it does bring money overall, but I know it's and like you say, you can't do much
It's
about
the
it.
downtown because.
Lunenburg is even worse.
Yeah.
So bad.
It was ever thus, so I can remember years ago when we had the pharmacy downtown. When they were doing a shoot down there, they virtually lock us in down there.
Kirk Douglas, 1992,
Yeah, yeah.
blocking up the street.
Okay,
People look
Anyway.
at Queen Street and say, oh, I'm not going.
so.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
With cars on both sides of
Yeah.
the road,
Yeah,
it's
it's crazy.
So essentially though, there's
Nothing
nothing.
we
There's
can
nothing
No,
Nothing.
you've reported the annoyance, so.
Okay.
I think let's put this, we
Yeah,
maybe,
they're-
be a long term.
Yeah.
At the time of the, agenda, there was no in-camera, if anyone at the table has a topic that they choose to take in, no, okay, so let's pass that. I will accept, a motion to adjourn.
I thought I said somewhere, we missed.
Did we miss
3
something?
months ago, I brought up about the snow removal downtown. Whatever happened?
So that went to, they went to the fire committee, they totally supported it. So they're drafting a letter and actually Commissioner Brenner happened to be there that night. And he suggested that the ask be even a bit broader, that they be looking at traffic and parking in that whole area, not just the snow removal.
No problem with government.
Yeah, so they're-
Singularly, but.
Yeah, so I was directed last week
Weather's
to.
changing, we're not gonna get snow anymore.
yeah, I
So I'm
remember,
drafting a letter for
Okay,
the
so what
fire department.
you're saying is the fire services committee has it in hand and they are making a very strong, statement.
yes,
Now, if
They
we
said
would
they were.
like to request a similar letter from the Chester Merchants,
Well, we did, that was part
something
of it.
like that,
I think we should.
we could chase them down as well.
Yes, definitely. So Chester Merchants and who else?
Well,
The new Chamber of Commerce perhaps
Mhm.
also.
They don't seem to be going all that. I have one meeting,
what's the merchant? They have an association. is that-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they meet
here.
here and it's getting
Yeah.
quite active actually. They
Oh, is it?
probably, well, I would say
See,
they have at
usually
least,
in the summer, they fade off because
they
they're
have
so
about
busy.
40
Yeah.
members at least.
They don't meet in July and August.
But most like.
This
farmers
is the time to do this, like,
Mhm.
don't wait till December, but,
Mm.
and it's not difficult to get a fire truck done, it's impossible.
Yeah.
We could almost write up the merchant's letter
Yeah. and
and
pass it
offer
sign
it
it.
to them.
Yeah, we could do that.
And whoever else.
so we haven't sent anything yet, nor have the fire
Well,
committee.
the important people were the fire services committee,
Yeah.
because it's their fire engine
And
and
they-
they can't get down.
Yeah.
They were big on it,
Oh, yeah.
I was.
How do
They
we
very
get
much
them
agree.
Do it, it's like the election,
Oh,
you know, you can say, I support you, I love you. Unless they go vote, it means
Yeah.
nothing. How do we gotta get the letter in. How do we-
Is there anybody else that we should be asking to support this other than merchants? I mean, should we be asking individual businesses to put their oar in or just merchants associated?
They always have a little bit more oomph behind them when there's a group, you know, like
But
that's
there
why.
are, there are some businesses that don't belong to the merchant association, like the tavern.
True, or like the grocery stores, I don't think they're in there.
Does the tavern belong? I've never seen the folks on their list.
I don't know.
Cause they're a pretty big moneymaker for the village.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe we should ask Robin, who in that downtown core are not members that she would recommend that we approach individually. Is
Okay.
there anybody else? The churches?
No,
No,
They're too far up.
Yeah,
yeah, it's the downtown. area.
Yeah.
If you had to justify a fire department, say there was nothing. You brought people in to make an assessment. The number one reason they have a fire department is downtown,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
high density, that's the.
I mean, it's a bloody miracle they were able to save that building next to the Playhouse,
Yeah.
Eric Wells's building.
Now, if that were to happen in December, would they?
If you wouldn't.
Yeah, no banks a mile high.
Yeah. Can we put the push on so that we get a report in August that this is done, the letters are out?
How are the fire services people feeling about that?
Oh, they've already
They're on
given
it?
me direction on what they want.
So you'll write
Draft
it as
so
the
I have to write it for
administrator
them,
and.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're the administrator for both, lucky
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And all
Well-
the letters.
I suppose, I think Tom has a point that if we wait and wait
Yeah.
and wait, it'll be winter again.
It'll be winter,
Maybe
we'll
not.
be talking about.
The only caveat I have, yes, we should push, but the Merchants Association don't formally meet again until September. So we're gonna have to almost ask Robin Carolyn to phone her or email her members or something.
Yeah.
Or we can ask her if she provides the email list, we'd be happy
Well,
to.
the executive they must have an executive or
They
something
must, I will.
that they can
I
sign.
can't
without-
see them not wanting. it.
Yeah,
Oh, they'll sure,
No.
I'm sure they'll want.
Yeah.
Okay, any,
good reminder.
we don't need a motion on that. We're all agreed. It's a discussion, a report. Everybody's happy. Does anybody else have anything that they want to bring?
The round table, I could, something.
Round table it is.
You mentioned that we're tracking people using the pool.
That was my request.
Okay.
Well, we do head counts anyway, just to
But
make
that's-
sure we've got
Yeah,
enough
and
people.
it's very well used, right?
Yeah.
We've well used every year.
Yeah.
But we're coming to an end, maybe should we build a new one, I don't know, never that house. It'd be nice if we could do it, not a hit count, but who's using it?
Well, that's pretty, I mean, you're moving into privacy territory there.
We can certainly,
Not named, but geographical, even if they had a chip or something,
Yeah, I
a
mean,
red chip, a blue chip, are you from Lunenburg County? Tantallon or whatever, maybe they could just throw a
They
chip
don't
in
need to
there
know
or
it's
something.
being used, I know it's being used,
mhm,
it's, who's using it, that's the question.
Well, probably about 50% locals and 50% visitors, you
I'd be surprised if it's that.
think? I know the locals love it. They're lined up, ready to go.
yeah, and there's been certainly some day trippers who have posted on
Yeah.
Facebook about it, and that was kind
Maybe
of
we could
nice.
have like sort of 10 random, I'm just giving these 10 random days that I don't know, we pick 3 times of the day that, I don't know, we can survey people. Tom will go down with his clipboard, Lunenburg County, Halifax, or
Where the hell are you
Queens,
from?
where are you from? I don't think, if they don't want to tell us, they're not
Or
gonna
put
put
up a
up.
little board with, almost
They
like
don't have it.
techniques that we
Yeah.
do for workshops.
I think Tom's
sometimes.
right, it's important to know, because if we do want to look for money down the road, if they're
Yeah.
not spending their 50 million on their fancy rink, pool, tennis court,
Yeah.
jacuzzi, whatever.
I don't know why I don't put a pool in there.
Sorry, on that beautiful new
Yeah,
development,
that's why, way back,
then,
when they were gonna let the pool go, the municipality, it was because we're gonna build this big indoor.
right, and that may take some time, for sure.
Well, so I have had indications from the municipality that if at all possible, they will keep the Lido pool going. Or in other words,
It's-
they seem to, informal, but I seem to be getting the feedback that they're not enthused about losing Lido.
Certainly a big change.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to have that information, because at some point down the road here, it's gonna be,
Well, at some point down the
Gonna
road,
have to
there's going
close
to be
it.
even less money available than there is now.
But the stats are, at the health center, this is everything, how much, this is
Yeah.
what we're doing, what's the uptake? Is that worth keeping? So
Right.
is the pool worth keeping? No, you're absolutely right.
Well, we can have some kind of a fun, competition or something, if there's people from Lunenburg, then from Cumberland.
Big dots and
Yeah.
people put it on the.
Or have 3 fish bowls.
Or
and
also,
draw a thing.
I don't know what the hell it would be, but sign up. There's gonna be a draw on, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll give you 2 fish.
If you don't really want to ask their names or anything like
No,
that,
no.
because then they,
Well, yeah,
I
it gets
think we
sense.
can think
Yeah.
of some fun way of doing it without trespassing on privacy.
Yeah.
good plan.
Okay, let's put some thought into that.
Oh, and I think I told you, Geraldine, my brother brought his 5-year-old and my 90-year-old mother down to go to the pool.
Uh-uh.
They brought me back my mother to the house because she couldn't access
shade.
it. No shade, no path for her walker. And then he said he didn't know that was the Villages. And I said, we're on it. So they were looking for somewhere that she could sit, like not a bench wouldn't be satisfactory, just have a back. Right, like
Yeah.
and no shade. So I thought that was pretty interesting, just, it's just basic, it's.
We're gonna have to think about the shade issue.
Yeah, because there's so little, like, it's not like we can plop a picnic table on there, it's, all
I know,
those
it's
terraces
just
are
a
so
thought,
narrow.
but that's, so.
Yeah.
No, but I was thinking, obviously, we have to do some more thought, but in the upper part where the grass is and so on, when we're doing our renos, we can think about a little tent, not a tent, but a
Shelter,
USB thingy.
Shelter.
Yeah.
Because accessibility is not just wheelchairs, it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
can be something simple like that. So I
Exactly.
thought it sort of put it into.
Yeah, it's
perspective.
a good perspective to think about.
Depending on, like, I agree.
Yeah.
Gonna get followed.
I mean, even if it was just some poles with a thick canvas
Yeah.
roof,
Some
so that
palm
people can
trees,
go
maybe.
underneath it,
It'll have to be very, very sturdy.
Without wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very often, you have-
They talk about this with playgrounds. So many playgrounds are directly in the sun for
Yeah.
children. There's more attention to that now. I mean, if you ever went down that slide at Graves Island and
Oh, I remember
I
that.
see a lot of the splash pads, they're called for little kids, no shade whatsoever. I mean, they're all turning purple by the end of the day.
all right.
Okay, then,
That was a good meeting. We had a lot to
The
cover.
round table.
So this is the round table. Anybody else have round tabling to do? No? Good point, Laura.
And you're going to Bible Hill tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow.
I just want to bring something up. I don't think it's our problem anyway.
Okay, you belong to me on Friday.
You've been
Don't put
told.
anything on your to-do schedule. Okay. I did not really, for some reason, I thought it was next week you're going to Bible Hill.
Should we,
I've got a to-do list for you that you'll be exhausted from.
shall we adjourn maybe?
I am willing to accept a motion to.
Motion?
Wait, wait, wait.
Oh,
She had-
yeah, well, let's.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but, I've had people come and say to me, how can, well, everybody probably knows who I'm talking about, Charlie Brown and his woman, how can they live in that place out there and it's a business? Like on Pig Loop Road, they bought the Chester Electrical Building.
Okay.
They're renting their house here out in the village and living out there.
Well, that's not within our.
Yeah.
limit.
And then there's
I mean,
another place, end of Queen Street Extension there. There's a guy living in that little building. No running water, no bathroom, no nothing.
And then that is definitely.
Municipality.
Not our
Yeah,
purview.
Yeah,
Municipality.
That's, they're
Okay.
way outside of our.
Planning
Yeah.
/ bylaw enforcement.
all right, I'll just tell them to go to the municipality. I said to him, I don't think that has anything to do with us,
No,
but
bylaw
definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
It may even go as far as province, but certainly you start with the municipality,
Yeah.
not with us.
The
We have
zoning is-
no,
Yeah.
none of our bylaws would allow us to interfere in that.
okay, I was been asked,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
but a few times and I
I
was like,
think we can do anything.
yeah.
Best thing is get the number from, find out which department, and then maybe you can actually give them the number, because people appreciate how it looks good if you
Yeah,
reply.
Yeah, when people call with those kinds of questions, we always give
and
them.
wherever I
I know,
go,
I know.
I've got so many people, I go to the post
I
office,
think
to the
the
grocery
battery ran out
store,
of that one,
I'm
Tom.
on the street, congratulations, congratulations.
Well, you did win reasonably.
Yeah.
comfortably.
I figured she'd be here tonight. Actually, I don't think them.
That's why I wanted,
Yeah.
a motion to adjourn?
I will accept one.
Thank you.